consumer surplus, right, is, and I'm gonna show a graph again. Because, well, this could be graphically or in a table, you could see this too, right? So in your table right there, basically it's saying that it has, this is kind of a, all these people are willing to pay those different prices, right? So you can think about it as like, we have this demand curve, right? So if the price were $13, right, how many people would want this? Just that one person, right?
Yeah.
That only that guy would want it at 13. That's what this is right here, like 1, and then maybe this is $13 up here, right? And then if the price were lowered to $12, then you'd have Barb and Bob that would both pay for it, right? Because he's willing to pay 13. If it costs 12, he'll pay for it, and she'll pay for it, right? So then there'd be 2 people at 12, right? So we just see that that's basically a demand curve.
Okay.
But you're seeing it in a table. So what they're saying here is that the equilibrium is, if it's being sold at $11, we're saying that's $11 right here, right? $11.
And there's only 3 people.
Which is this equilibrium, right? And we say, yeah, there's three people there, right? So graphically, because they might ask you to identify graphically where is consumer surplus and where is producer surplus, right? So consumer surplus, you can think about that. Consumers, those are the people that are demanding it, right? So it's all everyone below the demand curve, but above the price. So it's this triangle right here. This is your consumer surplus. Consumer surplus. Your producer surplus, right? So producer, think about that as like the supply curve, right? Because people are, it's what they're, those are the producers. So this is your, we said producer surplus, right? So what they're saying here is that if the equilibrium price is $11, right? Barb, she was willing to pay 12, but the cost was 11, so she got $1 of, right? Because we said that that's this point right here where she's at 12, but she bought it for 11, right? So that distance is 1, right? Then we said also Bob bought it and he was willing to pay 13, but he only paid 11, so he had $2 of consumer surplus. Right, so the surplus is just that difference, right? So you can kind of think about that, like whenever you buy something that you're deciding that you would probably have paid more than you actually paid for it because it's worth it, or at least equal, right? And so I don't know if there's a shirt that you really like and you go and buy it, that means that you get some consumer surplus out of it, right? Because you could say, I don't know, maybe it went on sale for $15 and you were going to go and buy it for 20. That means you would have got, that's $5 of consumer surplus. So basically that's why it's 3, they're just adding up. Well, she had 1 and she had 2. Yeah.
Okay.
And so
that makes more sense. At first I thought it was like, because there's 3 people that would buy it.
Yeah. No, so it's, yeah, so it's all the, it's this area right here. I don't know if you've ever, have you ever seen it in a graph like this where you had to calculate it by finding the area? Because I thought that I had to on the test, but. But yeah, I think there's more questions in that homework because I remember going over it with someone where they had like also a table where it had also the list of people that supplied it.
Oh yeah.
And then it was like match them up to who would buy it and who and stuff.
Yeah, and if there was a tax and whatnot.
Yeah. And so basically what that was doing was that was giving you a bunch of people that are willing to supply it at different prices, which is like a supply curve as well, you know what I mean? So once you put them together, it's basically, this is what it's showing you.
Okay.
But yeah, just remember the consumer surplus is like all the benefit I'm getting between the price that it was and the willingness I was to pay for it, you know? Because right here, at this point right here, basically we're saying that there's this many people that were willing to pay $12 for it, but they only had to pay 11. So that's why this area, you can kind of think about it as like every single point on this line, there's someone that's willing to pay more than $11 for it. And so all those people, they get all this benefit right here.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, yeah.
And how would it work for producers?
So for producers, right? So yeah, what is this point saying right here? Right? If the price is $11, it's saying that, oh, I was willing to supply it at only $5. You know, like if I'm making computers or let's do something.
You're
that
selling
you-
it for more than,
Yeah, you're selling it for more than you were willing to, right? You're saying, okay, I would have taken $5 for it, but if the price is 11, yeah, for sure I'll sell it for 11, because that's $6 more than I was willing to sell it for.
and then you just add up.
Yeah, so then that's just the same thing. You're adding all those up. Or if they give you like graphically with numbers, it'd be the area here, which to find the area of a triangle, you would just do like this, like 1/2
Yeah, I
the
don't
base
think we've
times height.
done-
You haven't done that?
I don't think.
Yeah.
Or we did and I
'Cause I
wasn't
thought
paying
I-
attention.
I could have sworn that we had to do that in that class, but maybe
Well, he
it's
said
been
that they
taken out.
redid
Yeah.
like it's a whole, like it's not a test that's been given, like this first test is not a test that's been given, but they redid it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, if you haven't gone over it, we won't.
Cause I know we've done like, where we've had to set them equal to each other, like P and quantity and sulfur,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, yeah. And they give you an equation for that line, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know we've done that.
Yeah, and the reason for that, right, is because you're trying to find this equilibrium point where they're equal to each other.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you set those equations. Yeah.